Huia?
Yeah, what's
Oh
we
yeah.
up? Oh, that's the humpback salmon.
No, the huia. It's the black moth. Yeah, it's a
Oh,
winter staple.
what the
Really?
deer eat.
Hmm?
The deer eats it. No?
Nobody, I don't think.
Oh, just the deer.
Yeah, deer. Yeah. But I haven't heard of anybody eating it. I might have had a mouthful last year.
Who? It was a staple for who then?
People.
You
That's what
serious?
Antioquia people, yeah.
They ate moss?
Yeah.
It grows from the trees. It kind of,
What did it taste like?
I don't know how it tastes.
Totally, almost totally tasteless. Uh, but it's full of energy, very nutritious. But yeah, they trekked from here to the high country, wherever it grows heavy, eh? And it's really heavy, and the creeks off the Fraser, big trees, eh? And yeah, I read they took the giant pine poles, eh? Long, 30 feet long, with a couple of branches on top. They twist it in the moss and bring the moss down. Eh?
Oh,
The big trees give you a big pile of moss, maybe sometimes 2, 3 feet high. And if there's 40 women out there gathering moss, they get lots, eh? But it's hard to pack because it's so big, eh? So,
oh.
so they have half the people cooking it. Uh, it was
Didn't they cook it in the ground
yep, yep,
and it gets sweet?
yep, yep, yep. You can put you can put the sweetener in it when you put it in, or else you can put it in later. Uh, Most of them put the sweetener in later, just use the juice. Eh? Stuck on juice. But yeah, they cooked it in the ground. And I looked up the history on Leah. And Father Lejeune has it written down. But they dig a hole about 6 feet deep, and dig it deep as they can dig it. 6 feet deep. No matter if it's straight down or down this way. And then while they're digging the hole, they got somebody making the hot rocks. They get red hot, and then then they scoop put the rocks in the bottom of the hole, and they put the clean hay on it, and then somebody's already stuck the huia in there, stuck the huia in, and, uh, and then they put some more grass on top of that huia and seal it off. And it's just one pole in the top, eh? And you got it sealed on top, and you just pour water down the one pole. And the water hits the rocks on the other end.
Steams, I guess.
Yep. And it brings the heat all the way through. And you wake up at midnight and pour some water in there. And in the morning, that stuff's solid.
Solid?
Solid, yeah. It's like
Like a piece of wood, I guess.
uh, it's like hay in a haystack. Real tight, eh? But it doesn't spring out. But they could pack that easy. Of course, those days, uh, Catholic people, men didn't own anything. Women owned everything. The pit house, everything.
The women owned everything and the men didn't own anything?
You know,
I like that.
women did all the work,
Oh, I don't like that.
and the men, and the men all they had to do was hunting and fishing. You know, that's the way it should be.
That's how, okay, yeah, some people still do that.
The white man come along and spoil it.
But the women owned everything.
Yeah. Oh
So they
yeah.
could just sit there and
If
keep
you
the house and say,
if
okay,
if you had a
out.
yeah if you had 40 dried salmon and a big load of huia, you were the boss. You know? Anybody you want, come and stay with you.
As a man? Hello.
Oh, that's her name.
Welcome.
That's true.
What's her name?
Okay.
Katie. Oh yeah, Kate. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Social worker.
Yeah. So, you'd be the boss of what? You as a man would be the boss? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
the woman is the
Oh,
boss.
the woman would be the boss with all the.
Well, the woman owned everything.
How could they own the fish when it was the man that did the fishing?
They put it away, I think. The women was the one that put it away.
Well,
They packed it and they put it away.
fair enough.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who did the fishing, but
I guess you look for a woman that's in good shape and you know she's got food.
darn right. You could have 2 or 3 men up for the winter.
If they probably had buffalo hides
Well,
for blanket.
they could trade for them, yeah. They could trade at on the coast. They trade for Oregon grease, and here we'd have salmon oil. Yeah, big skin full of salmon oil. Go down the Kootenays and trade for 2 good buffalo hides.
It must have been exciting a long time ago. You don't have to have furniture.
You don't have to have furniture.
Well, take a tour of that Kamloops
There's not much space in some of those things.
Uwiti house.
No, that's not a UEP, it's a Kikui.
Kikuli, yeah. And Shuswap, Kikuli.
Yeah, Kikui.
I think our word for it might be a Shuswap.
Yeah. In that area, right where they did those replicas, they did archaeology dig, and they found 70 depressions of those homes right there, where on that corner,
Oh,
right where the
yeah.
museum is at, down there. 70 depressions of an old pit house village. They used to be there, and the years was based around 2,500 years ago. So that was like a winter home for the Shuswap. They would go and gather right there at that same site, which is why they kind of reconstructed the same type of village right there for the museum. And every year, Simon Fraser University students, they go out there and they do archaeology digs on that same site. And they find stuff. Like, they find areas where there used to be a fire pit where they did cooking. So they find bones and utensils and things like that that were used like a long time ago. Yeah. I would like to see like a archaeology dig done somewhere around Toulouse, you know, at a place where they can verify and confirm there used to be like a winter home area right there, right? That's what I like to see. See what can be found.
Maybe right in Rocky Pines. Rocky Pines.
Oh
There's
yeah.
a little creek there.
Yeah.
That would be their water.
Oh yeah. What about up there? I heard that was supposed to be some kind of a um, winter campground just up there by Jeff Sam's field in there by the orchard. Wasn't that a winter campground?
I'm not sure. I never heard of that.
That's what I heard.
museum here. You look in there?
It's really good. It doesn't show the native view or no natives in there, or very few anyway. But it does
Yeah,
show.
isn't that pathetic?
Pardon?
That's pathetic.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's yeah.
It's all about the train track and
Yeah. Well, there's
Stuff
quite
like
a bit
that.
about the. It's funny. There's
the
nothing.
pioneers and the
Yeah,
cattle,
the pioneers and the first white
the
people.
gold river, gold miners.
First white people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah. I went in there looking for a woman from North Bend area that my great grandfather William Charters brought over here from over the right over the middle of the range here, and trying to find her, if I could find her name or something, and they got her in the museum here as oh yeah, they put her down as Mrs. Harry Charters, and that was Harry's mother, so and they put her down as Harry's wife because of course when she died down here and he didn't speak English either, so they would have asked him who this is your.
They wouldn't have understood.
No,
They would probably.
of course he'd say yes. Yeah. But, yeah. And she was quite old when they asked her in the hospital. They asked her who what her name was, who she was, and see, because when they brought her over here, of course they got one name, eh? And I don't know what it was. But, so he names her Mary, because he's from England, eh? And, she had a half sister that came over, and, about the same time. Half sister first came over, and she lived with Nathan Oppenheim, David's father, and also named that woman Mary. She's the great grandmother of Opie. So there's two sisters living in the valley here, both named Mary.
Oh yeah, Mary and Mary Charters.
No,
Mary.
this is back then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they had no last name.
And they were Englishmen or Indians?
No, I'm talking about these Englishmen that brought. Well, one was from Europe. He was a Jew, Oppenheimer, Nathan Oppenheimer, and the other one was an Englishman from London. His name was William Charters. His pictures on that.
Oh, in this museum over here?
Yep, I have. Yeah, there's lots of pictures of them there. So. But before she died, they kept asking her name, where she belonged to, and she could. She didn't speak English. She said her name was Mary Nahalsa, Mary Nahatlet.
Take that, honey, Auntie Delia.
So some
As
people
long
think.
as I don't sit on it.
Yeah.
Some people think that
You'll have sweet cheeks.
her father, or her family's name was Nahatlet. Well, I don't know. Nahatlet is apparently an Catholic word from the Church of Canada somewhere. There's a Nahatlet River, I know that.
Where at?
The Hatlet River, just north of Boston Bar. There's also some graves up there on this side. There's two old graves. Somebody in the
Nahatlich?
Nahapat. And another one is
Where's that? Very where? What place exactly were you talking
Boston
about?
Bar.
Oh, okay.
yeah, north of Boston Bar.
Okay.
And another one, oh yeah, he had a he had a son. He was supposed to be Mary's father. And he only had one name too. And his name was Kapila. And I don't know. I couldn't find any reference to that name over there in the archives in Boston Bar. But old Harry Charter said his uncle's name was Kapila.
Oh.
His grandfather's name was Kapila. I might find it yet. The young guys, that didn't go to school back then, they had to like to try to prove themselves. When you get about 18, and one thing they all tried is to be good swimmers. When the water got high in the spring, in June, they jump in the river, and then if you're a good man, you come walking back.
When you get swept away, you don't come back.
You don't come back. But, that's what they say. That's what my great grandfather Harry said. Kapila, he always come walking back.
Because he's strong and big. Eh?
Yeah. Expert swimmer. Well, there's quite a few young guys still do that. They won't go swimming where the water's quiet. They have to find a rapid somewhere. We weren't allowed to go in fast water. We weren't allowed to. We weren't allowed to get on a wild horse. We weren't allowed to get on a bull or anything. My mom wouldn't let us.
I must have never had a chance to swim because I still couldn't swim.
Oh, yeah.
I never heard stories like that.
No.
No, my dad didn't tell any stories.
Yeah.
He must have never really went anywhere. He did go to Lillooet on horseback with his mother, two of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He just remembered that. He thinks maybe he was 3 years old.
Oh.
And they went over the mountain at Spencer's Bridge.
Oh yeah. To Lillooet, huh?
Yeah, Lillooet. Do you know where Francis Joe lives down there at 14?
Yeah.
Across the river?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know where 14 Mile, where Anthony Joe's ranch was.
Yeah, over the hill.
Yeah.
But Francis is this way from the road
Oh.
across
Yeah.
the river.
I guess I don't know where he lives.
Well, there's a little bridge there now.
Oh, I just know where the old ranch was, where
And
Anthony.
there's two graveyards up here.
Oh yeah.
The little bridge right there.
Yeah.
And there was a little settlement just above the bridge. My dad lived there for a while.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw a picture of it, and there were 7 little houses there.
Oh,
And the one tiny little house might have been a outhouse in,
Where was that at?
um,
Nicola?
at 14 Mile.
Oh, your dad lived there
is
too?
that called Clapperton?
No, way past Clapperton.
Oh, okay.
At
14 Mile Ranch.
14 Mile, where there's two great big graveyards here.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Across the river, there's another graveyard.
Yeah, yeah.
And just this way to that place, there's a little bridge there.
Yeah.
And there were 7 little houses there in that picture.
Oh,
And my dad stayed there for a while.
oh,
Maybe he moved around, you know, because
Yeah.
he was born in Nicola.
yeah.
Oh,
But he also went to Littlewood on horseback with his mother
Did he?
when he was 3 years old. He just remembered
Oh, wow.
that's a long trip on horseback.
That
for a little
is.
boy.
That is. There must have been a group of them going, resting, going, resting.
You'd have to have some kind of place to stay all the time.
Yeah, or just camp, side of the road, trail, side of the trail.
Depends what time of the year, I guess.
Yeah. Where did you see that picture at?
At Alex Wackham's house, Matt, that house that's still there. I saw it on the wall.
Oh, maybe Mandy has it.
I'm not sure.
I should ask her.
Yeah, I should have took it when I saw it. And I saw my own picture there. I should have took that too.
Maybe Mandy has all those pictures now. We should ask her. She's probably got lots of good pictures.
If she put them away,
Yeah,
she might have no.
she would have put it away. She's a preserver. She
Yeah.
preserves, like she does the language.
She just neglected that house.
Yeah.
Yeah, the water pipes broke and just flooded and just wrecked everything. And their freezer, when kicked the bucket, the freezer, everything in there spoiled.
Oh, yeah.
The whole house must have had a
Who
bad-
lived there?
He's a young guy from. He's got folks in Coldwater and folks in. His name was Darcy.
Oh,
Darcy, maybe McLeod.
he lived there when everything went kaput.
He was renting there,
Oh,
and somebody didn't pay the lights and something else, so they shut the lights off,
and then everything froze.
and then nobody lived there after that,
Oh,
and it just went to really neglect. There's a good little spot there.
yeah. It's too bad. Does she still own that property?
And she was told she belongs to a different band. She's from 14 band.
They can't just take it from her though.
It
They have to
looks,
pay her out.
it looks like they did, you know.
That's not right. They should have, if they say that she can't own it, they have to buy it from her then. Because she's got her entitlement still. Her family inheritance. That's crazy the way they just tell you, oh, you're not from this band, you can't own it. That's nuts. That's the same thing they tried to do to you too, right? That's not right at all.
yeah. So much stuff like that happening.
Mhm. That's nuts. If it was off reserve, you'd never get away with it. Ever. You'd have a lawyer right up there fighting for you. Only thing is, you need money for a lawyer. Legal aid won't pay for it.
So you're gonna go to the berry patch?
Yeah, tomorrow. Right?
Sure. Yeah.
We better bring along some tails in case you run across some soapberries.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you want some more soapberries?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And
Since
the-
you went to the berry patch with someone else last time.
What's that? What happened?
Since you went to the berry patch with someone else last time. Did you hear me? I said, since you went to the berry patch with someone else last time.
What's this?
She means a whole.
Nothing. No, I bent downward so my face got red.
She means who went with you.
Ooh.
to the Husham to the Husham patch.
You've been taken to the Husham country.
Who you been taking to the Husham patch? You didn't take me. So I'm going to
You
the
might
Huckleberry
run
patch.
into Chapman too, because it's higher up there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe just a little bit.
It'd be nice to find some, but
It's over a long time ago, isn't it?
that's right. Oh yeah. I mean, if you want, there was lots of second this year if you wanted it, but you had to get out there in July. Yeah. Not August, not September.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
July.
it's like September now.
End of June
Yeah,
it starts to show up.
You gotta be,
Yeah.
you gotta be picking that 1st of July.
Don't forget, next year. Where did you go this year? Oh yeah, never mind. No, I know the spot. Don't say it. Don't say it.
Wait.
Second week of August, we have to go up there. Same
Oh,
spot, because that's where you got all those berries this year, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, I think this year might be a little bit slow. It could be 1-2 weeks earlier.
Oh yeah.
Just you gotta go when they're ripe. I mean,
Next year it'll be 2 weeks earlier.
But we never know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, some people know, but I can't tell.
And you know, certain bushes taste different. If there's a bush here, a bush over there, and a bush over there, they could all taste different.
Oh yeah. Sweet and sour.
And some are tasteless, some are
Oh yeah.
taste really good.
Next year I might have another boy to send them hunting. My boy was hunting out there. That's why he saw these berries.
Oh.
Just heavy on the bush, eh? So he stopped at my place and said, "You better get out there." So
You were lucky then.
Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna go look out on the coast. But
Auntie Delia was gonna pay you to go berry picking, right?
How much?
Well, I paid over 200 for those. How many did I get? 5? 5 little things like this of juice.
You know those little pint jars?
Oh, wishing you?
Push them.
I
Yeah.
paid 210, I think.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
One was $35.
Oh. Yeah. Well.
Those ones that you gave me, we canned them.
Yeah.
Oh, Darlene canned them.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to cure
We got 8
sugar
little
diabetes.
jars.
It's good for sugar
I
diabetes.
bet it does. I bet it.
It kills the sugar in your system.
Yeah, I bet it does. I know. I really like it. You know.
I think the Chaphams really got good vitamins too.
Yeah, I believe that, and you know, I don't even tell people, but every year I go out and get rose hips. Yeah.
Oh.
Just leave it on paper
Do
in the
you?
dark for 2 weeks, and put it in the bucket, and you just put it in with your catsup.
Oh, you mix it up with another tea.
Just put it with catsup, and wow,
That would be
gets rid of your cramps.
must be good for bones.
Yeah, gets rid of the cramps, and oh yeah, especially gout. If you know anybody that's got gout, and I never had it, but because I drink lots of catsup.
Oh yeah.
I told that Colleen that puts you to sleep too, makes you relax.
Oh, you mean Indian tea?
It's so nice. It's so
I
nice.
should give that to McKenna.
Yeah.
Give her some iced tea
Also,
made out of that.
give her some soberry juice too. That's good for the blood.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's lazy and she acts lazy.
Yeah.
Not enough good blood.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna start doing that, giving her some iced Indian tea.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be iced.
But she won't drink it hot, right? She's a little girl, right? I'll give it to her iced
Yeah.
or
It's
cold.
good for you too if you want to
Yeah.
go to sleep early.
Okay.
Because I don't think that sleeping pill is very good for your brains. I think it does something to your brains.
Oh yeah. You calling me stupid now or what?
No, I feel it
I'm
myself.
joking.
I feel like I'm drugged, in the
Oh
morning.
yeah. Yeah. Well,
I don't take sleeping pills, but something's making me.
I have to take sleeping pills sometimes because I have to get up so early. So at nighttime, if I can't sleep, I want to make sure I get a few hours sleep. So I take a half a sleeping pill
Yeah.
just to put me to sleep.
It's
Other-
it's a good idea. I used to do that when I was working. Keeps you from falling asleep on the job.
Yeah.
Make sure you get.
You make sure you get a good sleep at nighttime, and then because a couple of times when I didn't, I was doing that. Remember, I told you I fell asleep working, sitting there at the computer and falling asleep waiting for a phone call. Levi had to wake me up the other day because I was really tired. So I try not to take them every night because they're addicting. And then if I ever run out of sleeping pills, I won't be able to sleep. So I try not to take them every night, just half or one, just to make sure.
Maybe you should.
I'll start drinking that stuff though.
Maybe you should sleep by the road and count the cars going by. Pretty soon you fall asleep. They say counting sheep puts you to sleep.
Yeah, that would keep me awake all the traffic.
There's hardly any at night.
The other night the coyotes were loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could hear coyotes, and then all the dogs in the whole valley were all, around the springs, were all responding and howling to the coyotes.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
There must be lots out there.
Yeah, that one night, and the next night they were all quiet. The whole valley and all the springs dogs were asleep. Because I remember, because I go from Joe's house over to your house at nighttime, right? Usually about 11 o'clock. And that's when I hear all the coyotes and all the activity happening. I usually go to Auntie Delia's about 11 o'clock, then I go to sleep, and I wake up at 4, go to work.
Sometimes I'm already in bed with doors locked.
Yeah. Then I gotta bang on the door or phone her and wake her up. I went over there early last night though, but we still stayed up late.
Yeah.
Stayed up till midnight. I made it to work on time though. 5 o'clock.
I cooked that fruit, remember, because it was over.